Hello, everybody. We are back for round 3 for the front 9 to continue on the action with the Ontario Provincial Disc Golf Championships. And our friend here, Philo, is going to continue working with us. So how's it going, buddy? You ready for more action?
Ready to rock and roll, man. Let's get after it.
All right, let's do this. So what did you think about the Prodigy Dream course? Because that's the same course we're going to be playing again for round 3.
I thought it looked like a lot of fun, man. There's definitely a few holes for some stroke separation with some tight wooded holes, some longer, wide open shots where if you got some length, you can really, make the birdies a little bit easier to get. It looked like a lot of fun to me, man. I'm kind of sad I wasn't playing it, looking at it.
Hopefully we can get you to come out and play in Canada. I know we talked a little bit off air. You haven't had a chance to play up here in Canada yet. So, man, what do we have to do to get you here?
We need a lot of money. I'm just joking. I'm just teasing you.
Well, we can definitely get some big events rolling. That's for sure.
I've been so focused on the main tour, here in the States, and when we go over to Europe for, the European tour in the summertime, and it's just been so much, man. I've been so focused and dedicated to be on the main tour that, getting up to Canada, there was one up that direction when we had a Green Mountain Classic and Maple Hill, and then I remember there was one like 2 weeks later than that up in Canada. Nate Sexton went up there and took that one down, and that probably would have been my best opportunity, but I had other things on the schedule.
Well, you're always welcome to come up. One of my goals, we were talking a little bit off air as well, is to build some larger tournaments in Canada. We're hoping to get a couple of $10,000 cash added events going, so maybe that'll entice you to come and play if we can find the right dates and catch you on tour, and off we'll go.
That'll definitely get some people's attention. Guarantee you that.
I hope so. Well, just to check it out here, we've got a new player here, one of my favorites, James Duong. He's, with the card being reshuffled, he's taken up Cam's spot, who is playing on the chase card now. So we're going to see some new action from him.
I guess it was an early morning start, huh? Chris hadn't finished brushing his teeth yet before.
He's such a silly guy. So, recap for scores. We're sitting at 20 down for Marty. Casey's right behind him at stroke. James Duong with a fantastic play on the chase card. You guys will be able to see that action. We posted some of that. And 18 down as well. So nice and close.
Yeah, apparently
back to hole 1.
Scores are there to be had, He's got better than half of the birdies for the 2 rounds he's played, and that's pretty respectable anytime you look at it that way. That's solid shooting.
Any expectations to see once we've moved into round 3? Would these guys be playing any differently?
Well, it looks like the conditions are a little soggy and maybe not quite as warm, so that typically has an effect on how the disc flies. Things get a little heavier in the air, and Martin puts another pimpy shot right out there on hole 1. I expect to see scores. They should be able to handle this. This doesn't look like it's changed any.
Well, I've entered umbrella mode, so we're definitely getting a little bit of water out there. Honestly, the ground was still dry. It wasn't too wet. There was just a light mist coming down and rain. And I believe the wind was very similar to the day before, maybe 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers an hour.
Not too bad.
All right, first shot on camera from James.
Taking the narrow line there. Get in. Yeah, looked a little better from the back angle, but not bad. Circle's edge putt. Start the day.
Shot finally up, Chris Oz.
See how closed off he is to that angle with his run up. Better timing that time, obviously. Much better shot, but still a little unorthodox, but he's making it work.
5-footer. Casey up for a long putt here. Oh, what a run.
Come on now.
Little chain out.
Half-inch more of chains, and that would have gobbled it up.
James, a little jittery, a little too high there.
Yeah, he just pushed it a little bit. I don't think it was too high. He just pushed it out a little bit right.
That's an uncharacteristic miss.
Much so for Martin. Those are usually pretty automatic for him. Maybe a little, early round anxieties and a little moisture out there, probably playing with him a little bit. take his time and reset, tap in his par putt.
Tap that out, move on. It's fine.
Yeah. Another par putt. Cleanup action for James.
Yeah, this is definitely a common grouping we see on lead cards. These 4 guys are power hitters.
Well, hopefully these videos will inspire the next generation of Canadian disc golfers to get after it and chase these guys down.
Well, that's my hope. There's been a big boom in disc golf in Canada, and I'm sure that's no different in the U.S. We've seen a lot of new faces coming into the shop to buy discs and competing in events and just joining the course to play. It's great.
There we go. See it? 3-way tie for second place. Martin hanging on by a stick and got 3 people hounding him. 17 more holes.
Close race to start.
Yeah, this is the point of the tournament where you really got to buckle down and make good decisions and keep things out in front of you. Keep those possibilities open. Don't give any easy strokes back to the field.
Well, number 2, par 4, 432 feet. We saw what happened if you end up in the forest on the left there. It's just punishing.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, you can see with this drone flight, there's a very, very particular gap in a space where you want to land. Definitely want to position yourself and not get overly aggressive. And this looks really high and tight. See if he crashes through. Oh,
beautiful shot there.
On the edge, not
just
out
on the edge.
That's going to make it a little more awkward to get up and down.
Marty putting the towel down on the pad there for a little bit of grip. Do you see that a lot?
It's a smart thing to do if it's necessary. If it's really slick on those rubber tee pads, it's not a bad idea to go on ahead and give yourself a little assurance and give you some more confidence stepping in and torquing on the disc. Super easy to get a little quick and just a little mud or something on your shoe, and next thing you know, you're slipping and sliding. And I like the way that he threw that. Looks like he's got a couple of options to get in there from there. Got a little space to work with.
I played Twinkle Toes there too and did the old jump over the disc. It skipped right on my feet underneath as I jumped over it.
Oh, usually landing in a space where the cameraman's not a bad thing, They're kind of playing for the angles, so, that looks ideal right there. That's money.
Great shot from James.
James, I like that.
So Chris Oz, this is an interesting situation. As a camera op, I'm not allowed to comment on the locations of any disc. And they had searched for the disc for quite a while and weren't able to find it.
No.
So he ended up re-teeing that. Yeah.
That's terrible. It looked like it was pretty findable. Like it was just a few feet off the edge from the camera.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's brutal. What a terrible way to start the round.
I know, it's really a shame. I'm not allowed to, because it would be unfair, right? I can't help people on one thing or another.
Ref go to start the round on this course the other day, and now he's on the second hole and finding himself in some more trouble. The Prodigy course hasn't been kind to Chris there.
Not at all.
Martin squeezing one in there, and that should be pretty manageable cleanup there.
Good upshot there. It's a shame, too, because Chris really is one of my favorite players to watch. And off camera, he's been a massive help to us. And, man, I got certified as an official because of him and all his help.
Well, we all need somebody to inspire us and encourage us, and that's what friends are for, right?
Absolutely. It's a great recovery from Oz.
Yep. That was an unfortunate penalty stroke to have to pick up, but does a good job of cleaning it up afterwards. Nice putt, James.
Yeah, I think you're going to like his play. He's put a lot of time into his game. He's very close now to 1,000, and I suspect he'll be breaking that barrier this summer if he just carries on with the work he's put into his game already.
What score netted
a Casey
round on this course?
Great question. I'm not exactly sure.
I would
I'd have to
imagine
actually look that up.
probably somewhere in the 9 under par range. I mean, 8 or 9 look like to be about the number.
Yeah, you'd know better than I would.
I'm
I
just
would definitely take your.
taking a guess. It's not
I bet you I'll look it up, and that's exactly what it'll be.
just take
Wouldn't surprise me.
somewhere in the 8 or 9 under realm would probably be in that thousand. Probably, it's really hard to get accurate round ratings sometimes. These guys, are in the 970s, low thousands and whatnot. And when you don't have a whole lot of 1030 rated players around to, you know, help elevate the round ratings for the course in general, it's just harder to get there,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, that's a question I have for you because you'd probably know the answer to this. If the player pool is larger, like in the U.S., is it easier to achieve a higher rating because you have more action and more people setting that precedent, or how does that work?
if you're playing against the better competition, then yeah, I mean, if you play well against the better competition and you're keeping up with them, then your player rating definitely can go up fast because they're the ones setting the mark. You know what I mean? They're the ones that are creating those numbers. So,
Makes sense.
if you're out there on tour playing with, some really good players, or if you have a community that you're in the neighborhood of where the players play at an exceptionally high level and you keep up with them, then your player rating is going to go up, especially if they're 20, 25 points higher than you, because they're the ones that are setting the benchmark, So you got a 1035, 1040 player. We look at that follow flight-ish. I don't know what you guys like to call it, but Mark.
Oh, I always have respect for Jomez, so I don't like to use their terminology because that's trademarked. But we call it a true tracker, but it's the same technology, same idea. Yeah,
That look nice.
yeah.
Well, yeah, basically, I mean, the better the competition you play with, and the more difficult of a course that you play, then the better your ratings are going to get. So, player like myself that I predominantly play with the best players in the world, even if I don't win all the time, just that my scores are within a couple of the better players in the field the majority of the time, just helps keep my rating consistent. James a little bit wide on that one. That never had a chance.
Yeah, that's deep in that cornfield.
Not sure if he slipped a little bit or got a little greasy out of his hands or just miscalculated the disc, but that was a big miss.
Did Oz make an adjustment on this shot from last time?
That looked a lot
looks like
better
it.
to me, man. I mean,
Oh, an unfortunate roll.
yeah, that
Great
was
shot though.
much better technique and shape. He's got a re-tee. That looks a lot better.
Great shot.
A lot better. Excellent. I'm sure he's probably kicking himself because he knows he could have done that the first time. But,
Yep.
he can make one mistake, but you don't want to make two, not on the same hole. There you go.
Works.
Get out of
Takes
trouble.
himself out of a tough spot there.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't too thrilled about that spot on such a, remedial shot. Trying to get that step through warmed up there is Mr. Chris Oz and coming up a little shy. There you go. Clean up the bogey. Tap up his par. Martin absolutely posterizing the hole. No stress.
Doesn't even just tosses it in.
There, yep.
Yeah, give me my birdie. I gotta go.
Those feel good, man. He knows he needs to get on a rhythm here and try to stretch out from these guys. He's the most experienced player in the field and highest rated player, and I'm sure he's got some pride rolling around in the back of his mind. He doesn't want to let these up and comers steal the show from him. Been in that position many times,
Oh, it's tough. It's never good when you're the leader and you give it up,
He's sitting strong right now. He got a couple sticks on Casey now and spreading out from the other guys. Moving into this tricky little hole.
I love this hole. It's still my favorite.
Yeah, I really like that, cutting over the cornfield play and really progressing the fairway. And then you have a really, good opportunity to make eagle if you got the distance to clear over. But, I mean, you can throw two two good fairway shots and still attack the green, make an easy birdie.
Let's see what Marty does, see if he changes his plan. Still stays low through the trees.
Same play as the first time he got there, and that one's a bit better, so he'll have a better lie, better angle, and see what he does from there.
Snuck through.
Yeah, that's good.
Casey's got the power to go over top, that's for sure. Which looks like he does.
Going the big
He
high.
made short work of this hole last time.
Yeah, I bet it's too wet and slippery for him to trust in his footwork on that. Looks like ice skate, ice looking tee pad just looks wet and slippery, so probably the smart play there.
Yeah, one of the things John Pytel did, he's the owner of the property, he extended the markers there wider past the pads to give you the opportunity to throw in the dirt too.
Looks like he overgassed that one a little bit, huh?
Oz with the distance, but not the right angle. I'm not sure what James will do here. Looks like he's going low.
Yeah, a little low turnover shot. Excuse me.
Oh, stuck through. That's fine.
Punch through the tree line there, not in the fairway. Looks like everybody's playing for the birdie this time. Nobody had the courage to take the long route and cut the fairway down. Yeah, that looks like a tough place to be right there.
He's closer than I expected. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, didn't really want to risk fading out into the cornfield. Smart play. James with the rip on the flick.
Kind of cut through.
A little bit wide, and the Shul going to have some work to do to get up and down from there. Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff in his face, but hopefully he can find something.
James's forehand is unreal. He's put a lot of work in that. It's really fun to see it in person.
Martin doing
a shot from Marty. Holy smokes!
That's looking at it. He's on the backside looking up the hill. That's going to be a nice looking putt.
That is parked for eagle. Casey clips a tree.
Clips that birch tree and knocks him straight down. Yeah.
He's still in a great spot for birdie.
Get up and down. Keep it to a one-stroke deficit.
Oz looking to park this.
Going up and over the top.
Goes into orbit. What a shot.
Wow. He put a hurting on that disc. He's got a funky-looking lie there, but hopefully he's got a window through those cluster of trees in front of him. Casey really wants to get up and close on this one. A little bit wide. Still a little bit of work to do. Not the tap in for birdie he was hoping for, I'm sure.
James buried in the trees.
Looks like he's found himself a window. Ooh, simmer down. All right. Circle's edge, putting back up the hill.
All right, looks like he's got a look. Great run.
Gosh, those are so frustrating when you do everything right, but get the disc in the chains. You have those funky looks.
Took the disciplined approach, pitched out, made a fantastic drive, and just couldn't quite finish the job. That's a shame.
Yeah, Casey gets it done, though. He had to scramble a little bit for his birdie four, but gets it done. Another solid bid from James, just not connecting.
Marty for eagle.
He's licking his
Incredible
chops.
job.
Oh, absolutely. He was licking his chops for that putt. I mean, that gives him an extra stick, stretches out his lead, collects an eagle on the course. I'm sure that feels really good. He's got Captain
That's the confidence he needs, too.
Yeah, confident Mo's, It's like that Captain Mo is on his side. Momentum.
I've never heard that. That's a great term, Captain Mo.
Yeah, Captain Mo. Once you get Captain Mo, it's hard to be stopped, That's what you look for when you're out front and you start stretching your lead 3, 4, 5, 6 and stiff arm everybody else and let them figure out who's going to take second. But there's still
certainly got some separation now.
There's still plenty of golf to play. I mean, he's putting in work on Chris right now, and James hasn't quite caught his rhythm yet, so that's what he's looking for. Martin's trying to get some distance, get some comfort.
All right, well, number 5, par 5, just shy of 750 feet. A couple of routes here we talked about before. You can go left of those trees or straight up the center.
Wow.
See what these guys do.
You know why it's a par 5 for 750 on tour, man? That's a par 4 all day long.
Is this the hole we talked about before that what we thought might have been
That was
mislabeled?
the $2,000 ace hole that you were talking.
Yes. You're right.
It said 439, but it was really only like 339.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, these distances on tour, 447 or 747, that's all day a par 4, unless if there's some really crazy chicane through the woods or something,
Mm-hmm.
They'll make it super tight on us too. I mean, we'll have almost no fairway to work with at 750, and it's still a par 4.
I can't wait to. I don't know. I can't wait to see some of that stuff. I would love to go out and see that Maple Hill course in person.
That place is a beast, man.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Just
some of the videos I've watched on it.
Gorgeous piece of property. I mean, they're so fortunate to have that piece of land to work with, and we're only using a third of the space available to them. They got nooks and crannies all over that place the camera never sees. Get out in a hurry.
Big forehand.
That was huge. Did he make it up on the backside?
We're going to find out.
Or did he slide too deep?
Oh, there it is.
That's a great finish. Nice.
That'll work.
Yeah.
How close the basket is now. It's funny.
Well, I kind of understand why some of the scores are so low. If you got extra stroke to throw a par 5 on, here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Martin's playing some good golf, but course isn't really over the top difficult. Not too much danger to worry about. Be pretty aggressive out there.
Yeah, one of the things I like about this property is the owner is constantly looking to improve it, and I know he's doing some improvements in the tee pads this year, and probably make a few adjustments on a few holes.
Chris coming up a little wide, short, not exactly what he was hoping for. No, it's playing as a par 5, but I mean 747. You would think you can cover that in 2 shots and have a look at an eagle.
Let's see what happens here. This looks perfect.
Simmer down a little early on the simmer down. So, long look for the 3 for Martin.
Takes a safe play.
Yeah, I wonder if this hole is actually longer than what it says, because I just would imagine these guys are covering 750 in 2 throws. So maybe it is a bit longer than what the actual distance is.
It's pretty far in person. But 750 sounds about right. But then again,
I just think of so many holes on tour that are well over 800 feet that are par 4s, and you're thinking, man, this should be on the brink of par 5. And they're like, nope, par 4. You got to throw two 400-plus shots to make 3,
Well, there's James with his eagle.
Bingo.
Another birdie out of Chris.
James just dissected that hole, man.
Yeah, I was telling you off air, he's one of my favorite players to watch. He's a super kind guy in person. If he's on your card, you're going to have a good day. He's always smiling and happy and positive and cheering people on, even if he's losing. Doesn't matter.
That's hard to do, man. That is hard to do. Look at that card, man. That was a great hole. 3 birdies and an eagle.
James steps up.
Takes the box. Gains
yeah, man. 21 down.
Yep, takes the box and grabs a stick on the leader, and hopefully he can get Captain Mo on his side and make a little run here and shake things up a little bit.
All right. 214 feet. Number 6, par 3. This is the one we talked about.
This is pretty cool. So you're throwing back across the hole that you just finished playing, and you got the little mound there, mogul ace run. Be pretty aggressive. Basket's low to the ground, so You know, you don't have to worry about coming in too high or too hot. Just try to stick it right on there.
Let's see what James does. Takes control.
Ooh. All right, not bad.
A little fly on the lens.
Yeah.
Funny.
Not bad. He's right there in circle. Took a stab at it, you know. Why not?
Marty with his famous Marty putter. That looks like a rock.
Slow and smooth, and it's just not bending over to the right as much as he wanted. I'm sure he wanted to see that disc drift a little bit to the right. It just caught a little bit too much of the stable edge and faded out a little early. It's gonna be a little bit deep.
This looks really
Hit
good.
it.
Oh!
Oh no! Are you kidding me? He rang it up, and that prodigy chains just said no, 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 no.
Let's have another look at the shot.
Oh, that was a 1 inch high.
Painful. What a shot from Casey.
1 inch high, man. If that thing was an inch lower, that would have been a smasheroni home run. That was exciting.
Yeah. We were able to get
A little run there. Nice. Good shot.
another good shot from Chris.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we ended up with an ace on the FPO finals.
Martin.
That was on the Innova course, the other course.
Another opportunity.
So we almost got two.
James to grab another stick. Capitalizes. Big putt. Trying to make a little bit of a run here. Grabbing some Captain Mo. See how long you can hang on to him.
I just like to see him do well. He battled his way up from the chase card. He has so much potential. He's a young guy, too. James is in his early 20s, I believe.
Nice. Everybody else tapping in for some birds. Near ace by Casey. Chris with the little flare up almost popped it in there. Martin coming up just short on his putt. James with the nice long smash, taking a second look. Boom.
Marty with an unfortunate 3. Easily could have been another star card. And an unfortunate just shy of that ace.
Yeah, these are
beautiful hole, though.
Those guys behind are hoping for, that he makes a couple of mistakes here and there and leaves some opportunities to gain some strokes back.
All right, well, we got that cool hole from last time there. Number 7, par 4, 740 feet.
Such a great looking hole. I love this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I like it.
I love the way the trees are built in that kind of bush style. It's almost like this whole course was planted, or this hole was planted specifically to play disc golf on it.
You know, there's so many disc golf courses that are built around one hole, you know?
Yeah.
All right, this hole is good.
We'll
figure out everything else around this, because this is the marquee one, you know. And unfortunate, Captain Mo just abandoned ship on James. He finds OB. Casey unloading a rip down the right side, trying to finish right center. Very nice.
That's perfect.
Yep, that's going to open up that right side, attacking into the green. Play that nice high and wide spiking hyzer.
Chris just pumps it.
Yeah, he's getting after that one. Nice position there. Yep. Solid. Martin taking a little bit of a lower inside route. Stand the disc up a little bit. And there you go. Clears that last little clump of bush there that could slow him down. He'll be right in the middle of the fairway.
Let's see what happens here.
Opting to go flick into the green, playing all the way around, and hard to tell. That looked a little bit short.
Boy, that's dangerous. That's super dangerous.
Is there OB over there?
Yeah, he's good. He's just on the line.
I'm surprised with his backhand abilities. He didn't just go around hyzer. Coming up.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that too. I'm kind of curious to why he selected that particular shot.
No, those are the things that you know. those little details and making the right decisions at the right time. Those are the things that separate the, not to, talking any kind of crap or anything, but, the more successful and consistent players from the not.
That really is the secret.
Not saying he doesn't have talent or skill, but, making the right choices at the right time. That's a big part of this game.
It's one of the things I just really like hearing you talk about the holes and how you deal with things. 'Cause it's interesting. It's almost like it's universal, even though you've never played on this course before. The knowledge is still universal no matter what.
Yeah, well, I mean, after you play the game for a long time and you kind of understand and see what the hole is offering you pretty quickly, especially to what your game can do, like that's kind of everything I'm talking about. I'm talking about what I can do, not about what other people can do per se. I mean, I might use another person's abilities as an example of like, oh, whoever can throw 550 and they would probably try this line, but I don't see the course that way because I'm not trying to throw that line. So I'm just trying to see what the course offers me. What's the most obvious route? The designer or
What a shot!
Here we go. Big time birdie putt from Casey. He needed one of those.
Oh, he's got to be proud of that. I hope we get a replay on that. Yeah, we did. Look at the shot.
Look at the balance and the control. Nice little jump stabber. You can see his body flailing out of control. Nice balance, nice rhythm. So important. Yeah, man. As a player, you really want to develop your game to like be under control over a particular set of skills. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And once you step onto the canvas of the course, you're just thinking of the lines that you're accustomed to painting on fairways. You know what I mean? And that's how I just see the game. I just know what my game has, what type of shots I like to throw, and I just do a quick little tabulation and throw my shot.
It's just that's the beauty of this game. The better you get at it, the more I don't know. It's universally fun. I don't think I've ever had more fun playing any other sport than this one.
Well, I've played a lot of sports in my day. I've been, on individual teams, on team sports. It's always fun trying to master a skill, you know what I mean? And trying to take it as far as you can and to learn as much as you can, to be aware of as much as possible, give yourself the most opportunities to be successful, and that's kind of the way that I just look at sport in general. And I kind of just translated that from all my other, athletic activities and experiences into the disc golf world. And, just trying to keep things simple, keep things routine, build, muscle memory, build rhythms in the right way, and let that guide you, let those skills, the skill set that you develop, dictate what you're going to do instead of.
So why disc golf?
That's a great question, man. Let's take a look at Casey and I'll answer that.
Okay. Hole 8, par 5. Looking to break the course again and go right over.
Casey's going the big boy route, going over all the cornfield, has plenty of height. Looks like he's done it again. Did he make it on the edge of the bush? That's not what he was looking for.
Just got through. Marty's still taking his strategy that he played last time.
I cut that one a little earlier this time, but it's going to net him about the same result. The last one finished out a little further left, the cutout, but he should be okay. He went running after it like he didn't like it. Big boy route. Putting the smush on that one.
Huge shot. Look at that.
Yeah. Hopefully he's still in the fairway. It's kind of pointless to go big like that to end up in the shul where you don't get the run up that you need to execute the next shot.
James is going left.
Yeah, he's got the skill to bust that flick out and around the corner and not touch anything, full flighted it, dead center fairway. He's going to like that. Play the hole smart. Martin from fairway centrum going to cut one up and over the right side and fade back hard left. Maybe a little too hard left, huh?
Yeah, that's a tight shot now. If he can get out, he's going to have to pitch that up.
Yeah, he can get up and down for his 4. collect another birdie and make these guys earn the 3. James taking it out a bit wider, a little straighter, it looks like. Not so much flex on it. And he chases Martin's shot down.
Stays in the fairway.
Still,
he's in great shape there.
He's in great shape for birdie 4, no doubt. Sidearm roller. Let's see if he can stand it up and hang it out there long enough. Just a hair early. Something a little more understable. Stand up and roll out a little longer. Would have been perfect. That's so funny. 2 guys had the same play, and pretty much 2 pairs of guys with the same options, and it looks like he's safe, but didn't get what he was looking for there.
Clips the tree.
Well, Martin can make that putt, so don't count him out yet. Taking the big, wide, choppy hyzer, try to mitigate the finish on the disc, and does so nicely. Swinging hyzer. A little long, but that'll be fine. It's not too bad.
Let's see what Oz does here. Lays it up.
He's not wasting any time, any tomfoolery on that. Didn't really have much of an option to be aggressive. That's always the smart play. Just pitch it up there and move on. Martin's got a interesting putt here from a knee, trying to make his 4 happen.
Oh, what a try there.
Absolutely.
Pretty close.
All the components were there, just slid off the line of the target right at the end. There you go, Casey. Yeah, that putt that Martin just took, they're so difficult because you're anticipating that negative slide out of your disc with that action when you're kind of sliding your swing through the zone like that. Such a tough thing to anticipate.
Oh, no.
After a really, really nice drive, Martin's walking out of here with a bogey. That's got to be frustrating for sure. There you go. James just throws a few 2 good shots, tee shots, second shot in the fairway, has a nice manageable up and down to collect his birdie, and picks up 2 sticks on the leader. Does that sound like
Marty's not happy. You can tell he's kind of standing there a little bewildered by what happened.
That just tied James up with him? No, not quite. Did for Casey, though. So I had a feeling somebody got tied with that 2-stroke swing, and Casey is back to level with Martin. 2-way tie for the lead, and a couple of guys tied in second, it looks like. Or, excuse me, tied for third.
It's a big change.
Yeah, and now they got to play this really skinny hole 9 par 4. All kinds of trees left and right. Another one of those stroke separators where if you hit something early and go plinkoing off into the woods left or right, it could make for a long hole. Really important, these guys, I would hope, would try to disc down, play for the middle of the fairway, and give themselves the best opportunity to make 3. That looks like what Casey's done here.
This looks a lot better. Much smarter play. We talked about this before, just being able to chop the hole in half. Get some ground without trying to go too crazy.
Yeah, that looks like a little bit too aggressive unless if he gets real greasy. And he does. Does he get out there far enough? Looks like he does.
Too much going on in my head.
He's okay.
Yeah, a little greasy on the left side there, but hey, he'll take it. Yeah, it looked like an aggressive bid. Like he really wanted to make it through that gap, That looks like a nice swing right there.
That looks perfect.
Beautiful. I'm not sure if it's long enough to get past everything, but he's passed the majority of it, 90% of it at least. Martin just tugged that one right down the inside line the whole way. You can see that follow through just guiding him that direction. One of the few times we've seen him do that this whole tournament.
I think he's a little rattled from that last hole.
Maybe, got a little quick with the action there, and that didn't help him too much. He made it most of the way out, but 4 is the best Martin's going to be able to do from there. Casey with that
Casey.
wheel drive, taking a stab, and no, not quite a stab. Oh, that came up a little shy too, huh?
That's the right play, though.
Yeah, it was the right play.
Keep
He had
things
the right.
safe, consistent.
Yep, he had the right intentions. Just a little bit too much on the finish there. Yeah,
Look at this. Look at
I'm
this.
talking about, baby. Beautiful.
Nice shot, James.
Bounce it into the front of the hill. No pop up and roll. That should be a nice little tap in. Swing on back. All right, not bad. Putter sat down 5 or 6 paces away. That's not too bad. That was one of the hardest parts of my game to develop, were those standstill kind of putter touch shots where you don't go blowing past the hole. Martin showing you how it's done right there. Nice little standstill, smooth swing, nice and rhythmic, not too rushed and jerky. Nice putt there for Chris. Got a way to capitalize on a great drive and get himself in position after a nice break. Oh, that's perfect. It looked a little bit further than it was. Excellent job there by Casey.
See how James does here.
Oh, that's a tap in, man.
Easy tap in.
Stress-free putt for James. Only Martin got a little bit unfortunate there with that early release into the tree line. Other guys all made good on their efforts, and one slightly greasy drive from Chris, but just gave Casey a 1-stick lead over Martin.
We're recapping hole 9 here. Marty's sitting at minus 25. Lead has finally changed again. Casey Hanemayer takes control at minus 26. And we have a tie for third here between James and Chris at 22 down apiece.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game. I mean, there's still 27 holes to play. They got 9 more holes in this round and a whole another round to go. So you just got to buckle down and stay with it, stay focused, keep having fun, keep, encouraging each other.
Such a clean card from Casey.
Yeah, man.
7 down through 9. Look at that green.
That's how you
Beautiful job.
That's what you got to do when you're trying to chase down the leader. You just got to keep on coming. Keep making good plays, keep putting the pressure on him, and sure enough, Martin has a little bit of a slip up and a couple opportunities in that 9-hole stretch for Casey to rally back and make this a battle again. The guy's having a good time warming up. It's always good to see some personality, not such robotic characters out there.
They're good people. One thing I like about Canada is we have a good time playing golf, that's for sure. We get these little get-togethers, and yeah, we'd love to have you come out to this property and play one of these years. It's a good time. We have 2 days of fun and good action, great food, good people, nice course.
I would be super stoked to play this track, man, or those 2 courses. They look like a blast, man. Right up my alley. This is the kind of golf I like to play.
Well, we will be right back, folks. We're going to watch the back 9 of round 3 and carry on with the action. We'll see you again soon.